from your heart, what would you say?
Oh my God.
You can say it.
I don't care. I don't give a what happened in the past, it's the past. And whatever you're feeling will heal, we'll get over it.
Hi everyone, welcome to Eric's Time. Today's story centers around abandonment issues. Our guest is Alice. She's a middle-aged professional business owner. She comes in with sleep issues, and we're helping her to find more insight into what's truly bothering her. And to protect her confidentiality, we're not going to show her face. Let's watch the story together.
Eric 袁雅利先生喺加州阿拉米達縣政府負責推動公共衛生政策。佢有30年嘅臨床同行政領導經驗，專注於服務中度至重度行為健康患者，涵蓋焦慮、抑鬱、創傷後壓力症候群、思覺失調、危機介入以及藥物濫用治療等不同領域。
Hi Alice, how are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah, anything that you want to talk about today?
Well, lately I've been feeling a lot of tension building up, and I am unable to sleep well at night. I'm avoiding sleep. I'm trying to keep myself busy, and there's just a lot of things running in my head that I'm not able to flush out. I feel very hurtful. I actually feel the pain from not able to shut off.
Tell me more about the pain.
It's not a physical pain, but it's sensation. It's like a lid. I feel like things are just flowing out. And the only way that I'm able to distract myself before was to watch TV. And now even that is not stopping it. It actually, I feel like the brain has two tracks. One is viewing the TV and one is continuously breeding these thoughts. And I have been going for weeks without being able to sleep well. And I have not been using any medication for that. Just couldn't get myself to regulate.
Yeah. When does this start?
It started about 3 weeks ago, close to a month.
Yeah. And what happened at that time?
I couldn't pinpoint a particular event that may have triggered this, but it may have started when we had to let go of our nanny, a very helpful pillar in the household, taking care of our daughter, helping me run some light housekeeping work. And ever since we had to let her go, I've started to develop more thoughts in my head. And they're not organized, they're not structured. And then a week ago, I learned that my senior cat developed a tumor that he might pass soon. So with that, I actually wasn't able to sleep even.
Yeah.
So we went from maybe not able to sleep until 2 a.m. to now 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And then what's different is that I would still get up in the morning, but I'm not feeling rested. I feel like my body is, there's a lot of energy bursting out, but it's empty. And I feel like that crashing moment is coming up soon. I just couldn't communicate with my body around that.
In this case, Alice talked about the difficulty of letting go of her nanny, and also the difficulty of potentially letting go of her cat. So in my mind, I'm forming this theme of letting go. So next, I'm going to explore a little bit more in Alice's life, in her history, if she has any difficulty of letting go as well. It seems like all these things are adding up to a kind of an unmanageable stage for you.
I felt like I was able to logically interpret through the many things that I had to manage. But this time maybe I chose not to deal with it that way. I feel like somehow I have this intuition that I should stop using logic with these two events and just let my body feel. And it's affecting daily health. But somehow I feel like it's good for me. So I'm struggling with that.
Yeah. Alice's fallback is always using logic to solve her problem. But this time, she mentioned that she didn't want to depend on her logics anymore. So I'm using hypnosis to help her tap into the underlying feelings behind the logic. And we're just going to focus on breathing first, okay? And when you breathe slow, you're actually sending a message to your brain to say that you're not under stress and you can just calm down, okay? So we're going to take a 2 seconds deep breath in through our nose, and then 4 seconds in through your mouth. Good. This time, imagine the air traveling through your nostril, 2 seconds in, all the way down to your lung. And then from the lung, coming out, and through your mouth, and 4 seconds out. And another time, take a deep breath in, all the way down to your lung, and 4 seconds out. Great. Now in front of you, there's a beautiful staircase. And the staircase is leading to a white sand beach, okay? And just appreciate the beauty of this staircase. And it's encrusted with seashells, and you can see the seashells glistening under the bright sun. And you can slowly take it step by step down to the beach. And just take your time going down the staircase, appreciating its beauty. And when you get down onto the beach, try to appreciate what the beach has to offer to you with all your senses. The warm sun on your skin, the cool breeze through your hair, the sound of the waves hitting the shore, and the soft sand underneath your feet. And take a deep breath in, take it all in, and exhale. And in front of you, Alice, next to the ocean, there's a warm spring. And that is your healing pool. I want you to slowly walk toward your healing pool. And when you get there, submerge yourself into the healing pool. And let the warm water surround your body, relaxing your muscles. And take a deep breath in. And exhale and let all the stress go. Take a deep breath in, breathe in the steam from the pool. Let it clear your lung, and exhale. And this is Alice's healing pool. In this pool, you can let all the stress go. And let's just stay in this pool for a few moments. Just enjoy the relaxation. Now outside of the pool, there's a walkway. I want you to slowly get out of the healing pool, get on the walkway. And the walkway is going to take you to a forest next to the beach. And when you enter the forest, in the middle of the forest, there's a clearing. Walk toward the clearing. And in the middle of the clearing, there's an old tree. And next to the old tree, there's a stack of photographs. Pick up the photographs. On the photographs, these are occasions that's been bothering you lately, causing you stress. Just go through each photographs and just remember things that happened in the past. You have a control whether you want to bring that with you to the present and the future. Okay. And when you're done with the photographs, put them into one neat stack. And if you choose to get rid of them, you can start staring at them. First, tear them into halves, and then into quarter, into eighths, and keep tearing at them until they turn into dust. Now there's a cool wind that blows, and you let the wind blows away the dust, and they're leaving you. You did a great job, Alice. You can sit down next to the tree and regain your energy. And when you're ready, you can take the walkway. The walkway will lead you back to the beach. And when you get back on the beach, again, take in all the beach has to offer to you with all your senses. The warm sun on your skin, the cool breeze through your hair, the sound of the waves hitting the shore, and the soft sand underneath your feet. You take a deep breath in, take it all in, and exhale. Another deep breath in, and exhale. Good. Now when I count to 5, you can slowly open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you.
Yeah. How is that?
When you were describing the motion of tearing up those photographs, I couldn't get myself to do that.
Tell me more.
I felt like it's not time.
Okay.
Like something unresolved caused me not able to do anything about them.
Yeah.
And I was very puzzled.
Yeah. Is there a certain photograph that you're not ready to tear up, that you feel that is unresolved?
I didn't see the image. What bothered me was what I described earlier. It wasn't the nanny, it wasn't the cat. It was all photographs of just pictures of my father, which was really hard to interpret why that would come up. And my father passed about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And I never had that feeling about him.
Yeah.
ever. It was like a sweet and bitter. So I didn't know what to do with that instruction.
Yeah.
But I did feel a lot of warmth. The warmth made me very sad.
So the goal right now is for me to help Alice to gain some insight into what is going on inside of her. So I'm using some of the keywords that she has spoken and give it back to her, and for her to think about association. Sometimes association can lead people to uncover some of the underlying feelings behind these words. And the key to this exercise is I will mention a few words, and you just say the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay? All right. Warmth.
Fire.
Relationship.
Chains.
Father.
Protection.
Cool.
Falling.
The past.
Sour.
Control.
Hugging.
Do you see any pattern there?
I can't tell the correlation why I would say something like that, especially with relationships.
Tell me more about that.
That I thought of almost like handcuffs. So I said chains because unlike handcuffs, they're not restraining my hands, but they're still somewhat a tool that is restricting me. I have to manage a lot of different kinds of relationships.
Yeah.
That I'm not able to fully be myself.
If you are off the chain, what would Alice be like?
Maybe not somebody who's very careful with her words. I don't have to logically paraphrase everything I say. I don't have to interpret other people's words and to make them feel better.
What is one person that you have to be put on a chain when you communicate with?
My husband.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of careful observation to what words to say, that might trigger some emotions. And we both notice that we're very different personality and we're attracted to each other in a very special way. But the communication part, we also openly acknowledge that we're not able to overcome. But recently, I come to realize that it's not the difference that should bother me. It's really acknowledging that, those differences should make us better. But I don't know how to navigate around that.
The chain has a significant symbol in this session. It symbolizes how Alice is trying to hold on to people around her. And in turn, she has to give up what she wants to say. So in order to liberate her from that, I'm putting her in an empty chair when she can really say what's on her mind to her husband. If your husband is sitting right here, okay, what would you like to say to your husband?
Don't try too hard. Don't try too hard to prove that, to prove anything. I have the unconditional love. I have the unconditional trust. I know you have a great memory. You remember everything anyone has ever wronged us. It's your skills, but I think it's hurting. It's hurting me. I'm worried that the more that we spend our lives together, the more things you remember, and they tend to be more negative than positive.
And what would your husband respond be?
I don't know what that means. I don't know how to do that. You know, how can I forget the past when they make me who I am, and they make me stronger in protecting the people that I love. And I can't move on by forgetting. I move on by remembering. So what you're saying doesn't work.
And what would you say?
Nothing. I don't have a solution, and that's where my preaching stop.
Pretend that you don't have a chain, and you can say whatever you want from your heart. What would you say?
Oh my God.
You can say it.
I don't care. I don't give a what happened in the past. It's the past. And whatever you're feeling will heal. We'll get over it. I just want to raise our daughter to be someone who is grateful for things that she has, even including the scars. The scars make who we are. And you don't have to feel like it's something that you have to remember who caused them, but they're stripes, you know? So, and this is how I live my life. This is how my parents have taught me to live. That's the very reason why we can't understand each other. And you're teaching me how to protect myself, but I already have that thick skin around me, so you don't have to worry about me. I don't give a. And the way that I show that is by moving on.
How would he respond to you?
I don't believe people will change. If they started that way, they're going to stay that way. And we just have to make sure that we don't interact with those kind of people. If they make a mistake, that's it. No tolerance.
And what would you say to that? Without a chain.
You're a give them a chance. Give people a chance, you know? We all make mistakes, and you know, this is part of life. And I think the beauty in life comes from being able to realize that whatever mistakes or things that happened in the past can shape you to become a better person. And that's how I want to, that's the kind of value I want to create in our family, for our kid, you know, for the people around me. And that makes me happy, you know, despite of all the that have happened.
How is that for you?
Well, at first I thought it was very dumb that I'm talking to an empty chair.
Okay.
But I was also I'm surprised that I went through it and that I actually ended up speaking through the whole thing. I felt like I needed that. I needed a space. Yeah. Give me that space to talk calmly without fearing that I have to finish my sentence and cutting it very short. And that was very helpful. And I don't have to filter. There's no filter. It felt good to be able to cuss.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been cussing. I did not cuss for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's also because there's a child in the house.
Yeah.
But, you know, also professionally.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's also just, this is the way I am. When I talk naturally,
Right.
I have those in me, and I don't feel apologetic about it.
Yeah. It feels liberating to hear Alice swore, actually, and seems like she is liberating herself from her own chain. So the next step is to help Alice to start an authentic relationship with people around her, including her husband. I think the goal here is slowly build that relationship, that kind of relationship with people around you. Of course, you have to pick the right audience, right? But I think it's not a bad idea to start with your husband. And as long as you start every sentence with an I, just like what you did during the role play.
I did.
Yeah.
I did say that.
Yeah.
I did not even realize.
Yeah, so you're taking responsibility about how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that's a good place to start.
I think I believe that he'll be willing to start this new way of conversation. I realize we both don't know how to have that conversation. I already assume that he's going to abandon me. So I'm not phrasing myself as relaxed as I do in this session. It's very rushed. When I talk, I become very rushed because I'm always preparing that he's going to run out the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have to find a place and time that's appropriate without your kid around.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And not just 5 minutes before he has to go to work, right? So we have to find the right time, right place. And also let him know your need as well. Yeah. Let's say I'm going to talk a few ground rules for this conversation. Let me know how you feel about it. You're going to talk to your husband and saying, I just need you to listen. Okay, when we have this conversation, we're going to start every sentence with the I instead of you. Okay, so we're going to take responsibility for what we have to say. Okay, and we don't have to come up with solutions. We just have to listen to each other.
I think that's simple enough. We can do that. I can do that.
Okay.
I can't promise what he can do, but I can start with that. Okay.
Sounds like a good start.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Alice.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Well, to have an effective communication, there are a few ground rules that we need to set. We have to find the right timing, the right rules, the right person. So I'm giving Alice some simple direction to follow to have a meaningful conversation with her husband. And what we learned today is an authentic relationship is a relationship without fear.